WhatsApp is the world's most popular messaging app and it has a lot of things going for it. The app itself is relatively light, it has support for end-to-end encryption for better privacy and security, and it also works when the internet speeds are really slow. Having said that, there are a few features that WhatsApp is still missing in 2020, and I've made a detailed list of all the features that I would like to see on WhatsApp. So let's get started. Before watching this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so that you know when we publish new videos. It's 2020 and there's still no official way to transfer WhatsApp chats from an Android phone to an iPhone or vice versa. This is the single biggest pain point with WhatsApp and absolutely needs to be fixed. WhatsApp still lets you run only one account at a time from your phone. A few dual SIM smartphones allow you to run 2 instances of WhatsApp to add a second WhatsApp account on the same device, but ideally, this feature should come from WhatsApp itself. In India, many people have 2 SIM cards and the ability to use WhatsApp on both numbers at the same time would be great to have. WhatsApp enables end-to-end encryption by default for all your chats, which basically means that it's very hard for anyone to snoop on your chats. However, if you have enabled cloud backups for WhatsApp via Google Drive or iCloud, these online WhatsApp backups are not encrypted. If anyone gains access to your cloud accounts, all your WhatsApp chats will be compromised. So, WhatsApp, if you're listening, please encrypt cloud backups as well. WhatsApp web works just fine, but there are many times when I wish I could log into it without relying on the WhatsApp app installed on my phone. With a standalone desktop app for WhatsApp, there's no need to worry about the phone's battery level or to keep reconnecting it to the web app every time. Just log in once and you use WhatsApp on your computer as you would on your phone. This will be very useful for people whose official communications depend on WhatsApp. WhatsApp's cloud backups can take forever if you include photos and videos. There's an option that lets you remove videos from your chat backups, but none for photos. On WhatsApp, I mostly receive forwarded pictures that I don't care about. The few pictures that I care about, I save them manually, and I would like an option to exclude photos from online backups on WhatsApp. With this option, I'd be able to back up text messages only, and that would take much less time. One of the biggest problems with WhatsApp is how much space the app occupies on my phone. One easy way to prevent this pileup is to add granular auto-download settings for each chat or group. If you could prevent automatically downloading photos, videos, or other files from a spammy group, then you could save a lot of space and won't have to waste time sitting and clearing the clutter. It's hard to believe that WhatsApp is still not on the iPad. Relatively less popular apps such as Telegram and Signal are on iPad, so why not WhatsApp? For this app to be effective, ideally it should work without using WhatsApp on your phone for authentication every single time. Apple Watch users would benefit a lot if WhatsApp were to launch an app on watchOS. Right now you can see notifications from WhatsApp on the Apple Watch and send some limited replies as well, but a full-fledged app would allow you to use the best features of watchOS, such as sending messages via Siri. With iOS 13, the share sheet on iPhones and iPads has become a lot more useful. In the top row, you can now see people who you message frequently from third-party apps as well. This lets you quickly share photos, videos, links, or files with contacts or groups in any chat app. While this feature has been implemented by apps such as Telegram, WhatsApp still has not added it. Scheduling messages is an incredibly useful feature, but it hasn't yet been added to most of the popular messaging apps. With this feature, you can automatically schedule birthday wishes among other things very easily. If you leave a WhatsApp group, a prominent message shows up on screen informing other members that you have left. I think that it would be much better if this message was not shown at all. That would make it so much more convenient to leave spammy or toxic groups. If you want to stop receiving notifications from groups or people, you can mute them for up to 1 year. Sometimes I like to check some groups once in a while, but I definitely don't want any notifications from these groups. It would be great if WhatsApp allows you to mute these chats forever. Let's say you're a part of a group where a couple of members just do not stop spamming. In this case, the group would be infinitely better if you could just block certain people within the group and not outside it. This way you can still continue to enjoy the group without seeing spammy messages from some people, and you can chat individually with those people too if necessary. Then you can do that via private conversations instead of groups if necessary. Admins of WhatsApp groups have a couple of basic features to keep groups in check, but overall they could use a lot more. Apps such as Telegram allow group admins to control whether members can post stickers, GIFs, how many seconds members need to wait before sending a new message to the group, and whether to show or hide chat history for new members. WhatsApp could definitely use some of these features. WhatsApp lets you restrict people from adding you to groups, but I'd like to see an option that prevents all the members of an entire WhatsApp group from adding me to groups. Instead of individually stopping people from adding me to groups, this way you can stop up to 256 people in one shot. As of now, you can add up to 256 people to a WhatsApp group. For most people, that's good enough, but many large organizations use WhatsApp for official communication, and that's where raising this limit would help. Speaking of raising limits, I wish WhatsApp would raise the file size limits to make it viable to send large files using the app. Apps such as Telegram allow you to send 1 GB per file, while WhatsApp limits this to 100 MB. WhatsApp needs an option to send uncompressed photos and videos via its iOS app as well. As of now, it automatically compresses photos before sending them, which is understandable, but I wish there was an option to send full resolution photos on the iOS app too. There's also a 16 MB file size limit on videos recorded via WhatsApp, which should be raised on both iOS and Android. For some reason, WhatsApp does not allow you to quickly message people who are not saved as contacts on your phone. Now, I don't want to save the number of every single person I send a WhatsApp message to, so there should be a better way to quickly text these people on the app. Mobile networks are so bad that we often cannot talk to anyone without call drops. As journalists, we often interview people over the phone, but WhatsApp calls are rarely an option for us because call recording is missing on the app. This feature would help a lot of people immensely. WhatsApp has already restricted forwarded messages to curb the fake news problem the platform has faced. However, I'd like to see a feature that allows you to block forwarded messages entirely to reduce spam, or if not that, then at least the messages I send to others, they should not be forwarded. There should be a setting that allows me to block forwarding of my messages. Sometimes you want to send some private information over WhatsApp, such as a Netflix account password. Now, while you can always manually delete this password once the other person has copied it, adding support for self-destructing messages would solve this problem entirely. This is exactly the kind of message that I would set to automatically delete within a few seconds or minutes of it being read. If you delete a message on WhatsApp, it gets rid of the message, but everyone can see that there was a message over there which has now been deleted. I'd like to remove this information altogether, but WhatsApp does not allow that as of now. On iMessage, Signal and Facebook Messenger, you can quickly react to any message with an emoji. This acts as a simple gesture of acknowledgement and prevents the clutter of OK, noted or other single word messages in the chat. WhatsApp should implement this too. Yes, you can hide last seen and blue text on WhatsApp, but you cannot hide that online status which shows up in a chat window when you open the app. I'd like to have the ability to hide that online status completely from WhatsApp. When sending audio messages, sometimes I end up recording some junk that I'd like to trim before sending. This will require WhatsApp to add a feature that allows me to listen to and edit audio messages before they are sent. On WhatsApp, you can share your profile photo with everyone, just your contacts, or no one. However, I'd like to see a feature that allows me to share my profile picture with specific contacts only because I use the app for both personal and professional reasons. This way, I can share a picture only with people in my personal circle. I want a similar feature for last seen and about as well. Now, I don't know about you, but I just do not like WhatsApp status. I use Instagram for these kinds of updates, and I don't think these kind of temporary message updates belong on a chat app. That's why I'd love to see a feature that lets me get rid of the WhatsApp status tab entirely from the app. People screenshot private WhatsApp conversations all the time, but it's probably not always ethical. If someone takes a screenshot of a personal conversation, it's probably fair that the other person is notified. That's why, at least for private chats on WhatsApp, I'd like to see screenshot notifications similar to what we have on Snapchat. I'd like WhatsApp for Android to get an app lock for better privacy. While you can already set a fingerprint lock, we need a feature that lets you set a different passcode for WhatsApp and one that allows you to lock specific private chats behind a passcode to keep these away from prying eyes. So that was the in-depth list of missing features on WhatsApp. Now, in spite of putting in so many missing features in this list, I'm pretty sure that I've missed some of them, and you will be able to tell me which features you want to see on WhatsApp that I have missed in this video. So be sure to do that via the comments, like this video if you enjoyed it, and of course share it with your friends. Thanks for watching, and for all things tech, log on to gadgets360.com.